Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and we're going to be working on our Christmas journal today. Got lots to do, lots of lovely things to add, some lace, fabric, well maybe not fabric, but anyway, we're going to be decorating and adding pockets and etc. But before I start working on that one, I thought I'd show you this other journal that I've started working on, which I hope to do some work on camera with you. Probably when the autumn journal's finished, I'll have a bit of a gap in my schedule and I'll be able to do some more work on this one. This is another accordion journal, but a slightly different way of construction, which I've been inspired to do by Carol Laws, because she did her collaboration, what's it called, accordion collaboration journal, a little bit differently to the one I've done, and also differently to the one Crafty Cat did, Amy. So I thought I'd show you how far I've got. I've made a start, done some preparation, so I could show you what I'm going to do, and then I'll do some of it off camera and hopefully some of it on camera. That's the plan, as long as I have time. Time is against me at the moment, and I'll try and explain why during the video. So what I'm going to do, I've got these bits of fabric which I'm going to use. I've got my usual two hardback covers that I've been using, same colour as the other one, same size. These are my old work diaries, 2015, that I've kept, and quite handy for covers for these kind of journals. So I've got that, which I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that, but I have no idea. Then I've taken some quite thick, I think these are actually from what do they call them, shopping bags, you know, the really thick brown paper from I kept thinking, wanted to say laundry bags. They're not laundry bags, they're shopping bags, because our local supermarket does sometimes give you a paper shopping bag instead of a plastic one, Morrison's. So these are quite sturdy, these are quite thick, these ones. They're a bit thicker than the ones I used for my other collaboration. Oh, my other accordion journal. It's not collaboration. Well, there is a collaboration, but I'm not really part of it, but I'm kind of joining in. These are a bit thicker, and I didn't use these on that one because of the folding. Because it's that much thicker, I thought it might be more difficult to get sharp folds. So I thought it would be good for doing it this way, because what I'm going to do is do the pages all separately like this. I've already collaged and sewn around 3 sides, using the same 2 kits that I've been using, the Nostalgic Noel, which is this, and Roxy Creations general, I think her latest Christmas kit, which is this is collaged on from that kit and bits of other stuff. Well, it's a mixture really. And again, this is another collage one with something a little plainer on the back. So these, instead of being obviously already joined and folded, so I've got this one, this is from Roxy Creations, this is another collage. So I've had lots of fun collaging these. So what I thought I would do is take some pieces of fabric. I've got a selection here. I've got these ones which are lovely. These are just some fabric from one of my Hobbycraft fat quarters that I bought previously. I haven't torn them to the right length or anything yet, but I'm going to join all the pages together. I think I'm probably going to use these on one side. Then I've got some Roxy Creations fabrics. These are more generic, these are more neutral, should I say. They've got, some of them got print on them, writing on them. And so I've used some of those. I'm doing a mixture of the two to join them together. I'd love to sew these on, but I couldn't see how to get the whole, once I started joining them up, how I was going to get the whole thing in the sewing machine. So I thought, well, I'll sew around the individual pages and then I will glue on the bits of fabric like that and cut them to size. And then they will accordion backwards and forwards. So I'll have to put the fabric on both sides, I've realised, which is why I've got such a big pile. Because I thought at first I just needed one for each side, but I thought, no, well, actually I will need one both sides. So I will be gluing on these pieces of fabric and then adding this to it as well, also using the fabric, once I've decided how I'm going to decorate the covers. and make a bit more of an accordion journal, but a slightly different one. It'll probably be a bit bigger because this has got 6 individual pages, where I think I've only got 4 on the other one. But that's fine. I thought I wanted a slightly bigger one. So that's the plan for this accordion journal, which I haven't, as you can see, I've only got so far. I made a start just to see how it would work. These are coming along lovely. So I will probably, yes, I will definitely go ahead and cover the rest of these papers and sew around them with more paper, with more of these papers, although I think it's quite possible, very likely, that I'm going to start incorporating RachandBellaCrafts' new Christmas kit, A Crafty Christmas, which I have bought because it's beautiful, and I think it will coordinate really well with these 2 kits. The colours, you know, somewhat similar. It's a really lovely kit, so I think I'm going to start using some of those as well. I just got all excited when I looked at it. I thought, oh, that'll go with my accordion journal. So I think I'm going to mix in a bit of that as well. So it's going to be a mixture of 3 kits, 3 massive kits, and 6 little pages to cover. Oh, yeah, 6 sides. So I shall only use a fraction of it, but I think it would look lovely, and it will just make it a little bit different from the other one that I'm working on. So if I'd have seen that kit before I started doing this, I probably just would have used that kit. But I've already started, so I'm happy to mix them in. I'll just put my bits of fabric in here. I'm going to have loads of little bits left over because I've just torn strips and not cut them to size or anything. So that is a project hopefully coming up in the not too distant future. Oh yeah, I've got to put this in there as well. Put that over there. So that's kind of my next project, although I have another one on the go as well, which I probably won't get done. I have too many things I want to do and too little time, because I've really only got this month to get all this finished, so it's not going to happen. But I'm going to get as far as I can. This journal I do hope to finish by the end of the month. I'm going to try get it as far as I can, because I had planned to do this as a Christmas giveaway. I like to do a Christmas giveaway. I thought I think I've done a journal maybe the last couple of years, so I thought it'd be nice to do this one as a giveaway, but I don't know if I'll get it finished by the end of the month. I'm going to do as much as I can filming over it because I've got such a lot to do. 2 reasons. Usually I don't film a lot during December because Christmas coming up, I just don't have time with getting ready for everything. But on top of that, I'm actually having an operation at the last weekend, on the last Saturday of November, having an operation, and I don't know what I'll be like afterwards in the way of filming. I definitely won't be able to film the following week. I may be able to do a bit of crafting after that, but it'll be too late obviously to finish this and get it in the post. So I thought I'd perhaps mention to you that if I haven't finished this by the time it really needs to go into this giveaway, I could keep it for next year and do 2 giveaways next year, or I could send it however far I've got with it and just add in a load of extra goodies to decorate and finish it off with yourself if you happen to win it. So I thought I'd put it out to you guys. If you're interested, you might be interested in winning this journal, however far I get with it, and maybe having some extra bits added to finish it off, then just let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like me to do, or would you like me to get it all finished, because I feel like I won't be able to give it my full attention, my full I don't know, the full effort, if you see what I mean. I won't be able to do everything I'd want to do in it in the time that I've got. There'll be lots more I'd want to do in the way of embellishing and making it look beautiful and just really giving it a good finish, and I just don't think, in all reality, I will have time to do that. So I would be reluctant to send it out just as it is, because it would just feel unfinished to me. But if you want me to do that and add some stuff for you to finish it off yourselves, or whoever wins it, then I will do that instead. So just let me know in the comments below and we'll get started. So I do want to do some more work on this cover because it's nice, but it's not finished. Nowhere near finished. Well, I don't think it is. So I wanted to put something down here, down this edge. So I pulled this out. This is gold stuff. I've used it before. This is the last bit I've got. But I thought that would look quite nice down there. I wanted a bit of gold. I just wanted that pop of gold. Also just to kind of tone down this really, really bright stripe of red that goes down here that kind of detracts a little bit from everywhere else because it's so bright. I thought if I could put a bit of gold there, it would kind of just tone it down. I know you can't call gold toning it down, but it would, I think it would look quite nice. That's what I'm thinking. I think that would just about fit. So I think that's what I'm going to put there. So let's get cracking and see how far we get today. So I've really only got weekends to film. So I'll just grab my scissors. So I want to get as much as I can done. I want to get my autumn journal finished in no more than 2 more videos. And now, let me see. Don't want to cut one of these stars in half, so I'll probably just cut one there. So it doesn't go quite to the end, but I'd rather do that than have a half a star. And I've got a little bit for somewhere else. So let's just see which side looks like the front or the back. Can't really tell. I don't suppose it really matters. If there's one side that's a bit shinier than the other. Yeah, maybe that's a little shinier there, so I'll put my little blobs of glue on the other side. Which glue shall I use? I shall attempt to see if my fabric glue will cooperate today. So as you can imagine, not only am I concerned about getting my videos done, I've also got to get all my Christmas shopping and get everything wrapped just in case I'm not able to do much after the op. Because it's going to be, it's quite a, fairly major thing. It's under general anaesthetic, and they've said I need to rest for 2 weeks afterwards, so that will kind of take out any option of doing any, going Christmas shopping. Obviously I can shop online, but then wrapping. I always find wrapping the presents is just as hard work as doing anything else. So there we are. My little row of Christmas stars. They're little padded stars, I don't know if you can tell. They're really nice. So that's those, and hopefully that still opens okay. Right, so what I also want to do is have something going down this edge, because I think he's lovely, but it's a little plain for me. So I have pulled out, and this is as far as I've got in preparation. I pulled out this piece of gorgeous trim because I have realised that with something like this I can't have lace and things hanging off the edge like I would normally do with a regular journal, because obviously it'll interfere with the folds. So I'm just going to have narrower pieces just up to the edge. I still will do some, of course, but I won't be able to. I mean, that one I could just about hang it over a little because it's not folding in the same way the rest of the book is. Cut this too long, I think. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, so I'm going to be Christmas shopping and trying to get things wrapped. I'm not going to be doing a lot. I'm really more concerned about getting the 2 little kids' presents done. I do an advent calendar for my granddaughter every year. Well, this will be the 3rd year I've done her one. And it seems to get bigger every year because it's like I have done a video on it some time ago. It's probably in a playlist somewhere just saying advent calendar. But it was a wooden one that I bought and decorated myself. It was just plain wood. I painted it, decorated it all up. And it's little drawers, 24 little tiny drawers. And they really are tiny. They're like 2-inch cubes. And if you've ever tried to fill 2-inch cubes with a little gift, I think the first year I managed to nearly fill all the drawers. I did really well. Got little tiny things and I was quite pleased. And if I had 1 or 2 that were not done, I did double chocolate, because they all have a chocolate in as well. And I just doubled up on the chocolate if there were a few gaps. Then last year I managed to do about half and half, and half of the little gifts were too big for the drawers because I'd given up trying to get them small enough. And so I wrapped those and put them in a box, and then put little tickets in the window, in the little drawers, if they did like a little sort of tombola thing. So if it was day number 9, I had a little tag in the number 9 box, and then it was corresponding to a number 9 gift in the other box where I put all the little gifts. So she had to just pull out the number 9 present and open it. Now I think I managed about half and half. So about half the gifts actually went in the little drawers, and half had to do separate. This year, I've hardly got. I think I've got about 2 things that might fit in the drawers, and even then it's a push. So they're all going to be. They've all been. I've wrapped half of them. They're all like a little. It's almost like filling a stocking, really. So I've got a whole bunch of little things. Half of them are wrapped. So I think I'm not even going to do tickets. I'm just going to give her a big Christmas bag, and she can just do like a lucky dip every day. So it'll be like a little gift every day, which I hope she'll enjoy. I've given myself a very tight budget. So I'm not going to spend an absolute fortune, but I've done the best I could. Most of them are crafty bits. She loves them. She loves a bit of crafting, so she's got lots of crafty stuff. So yeah, I like that. That just kind of balances out all the red on this side now with some pretty red trim here. And I'm thinking I want something along the bottom of the door as well, the bottom of the flap. So what shall we use for that? I've got too many choices. Whether to go gold, whether to go lace. I don't know. Got a bit of lace. I don't know if I like that. I don't think it works very well. I have got, what have I got? I've got some red rickrack, which I quite like. Oh, I've got that. Got some of this pom-pom trim. So I should put a bit more pom-pom trim on it. That would be quite fun, wouldn't it? Try and get it on the right way round this time. I'm sure I got this on back to front, the one I did on the pocket. I think there's a back to front. It may not actually make any difference. A bit of pom-pom. They do a bigger one, a bigger pom-pom trim I saw in Hobbycraft the other day, and I was very tempted, and I thought, for goodness sake, you have so much stuff. Don't get any more. So yeah, I think I kind of like the pom-pom trim on the door. So that's going to go on there. Yes, you keep seeing things and think, oh, I like that, I want to get something else. And I thought, no, don't do it. Don't do any more. I have this box of bits of trims. And then I have this box as well with all this stuff in, and ribbons and sparkly fabric and oh, goodness knows what. Loads of stuff. So I have more than I need. Alright, so let's see how that looks on the other side. Yes, I like it. I do. I can see the glue a little bit. Maybe I'll move it up a bit. I might just have to wipe the edge here a little bit. Okay, now do I need a little bit of extra something? Yes, I never know when to stop. I'm thinking a little rickrack would be quite nice. A bit of gold. Should we have a look? See if I need just a little bit more. I mean, it's Christmas. I've got my little bits of shiny gold on there. And I just wonder whether to just do a little bit of gold across there. Without. I'll do my optician's thing. Without. Let's trim that a bit. There. Gonna do it. Going to do it. It's there to be used. Ooh, I'm going to have to pull that blind down a bit. It's just making the whole thing too bright. I bet the sun goes in now. But anyway, never mind. At least it's not as dark and gloomy as it was when I came in here. Right. Okay. Here we are. Gorgeous. I may want to do a bit more sparkling up over here. Not sure yet. I feel like it needs possibly some of the green picking out, but I don't know how that would, whether that would be a good idea or not. So I'm going to leave it for now. As you can see, I've taken the sari silk off just to make it easier to work in, because it kind of gets in the way. That's the nice thing, you can just take it off and then put it back on again to close it up. Right, so that's all for now on the front. Do we need any more down here? Do I need something along here? Is there anything that might work down below? I've got this bit of gold trim, gold lace. It's not as bright gold, but maybe that's not a bad thing. It does look a little dull in comparison to the rest, but it's quite pretty. There's that. What else do I have? I have this one, but I think it's too wide. That go there. Not sure I like that so much. And I do have this gold ribbon, but I think this is too wide as well, with stars on it. No, that's not going to work. What else do I have? Bit of green organza ribbon. Nope. Or there's the wide rickrack. Is that too much red? Maybe this slightly more subtle one would actually look best. Got that going right there. I would do something down here, but without taking too much away from my lovely Santa. So I think that might go quite nicely there. I think I'll just go up to the red trim, not over it. Let me just see how it would look. Yeah, I think only up to the red trim. That would be sufficient. That there. Tuck that under there. Okay, let's do that. Just put that there. Just need to trim this off a little more at this end. Tidies it up as well. Okay. Right. Okay. So I think for now I'm happy with that. I say for now, who knows what else I might do. But yeah, I think that's a nice welcome as you're opening up the journal. I love him. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got a pocket already down here with its own tag. Now what I want to do is have a look at what pockets I've got. I have pulled out a few pockets from my ready-made ephemera because I thought, well, I've made them. I should probably try and use them if they will go with what I've got going on here. So where did I put my pieces that I have made specifically for this journal? They're in here. So I need to find a home for some of those. So you will have seen my two. Right, so I believe my camera turned itself off, as it does, and I didn't hear it. So I don't think you've missed much. I hope I haven't done it what I did before, but I don't think I did. Or I didn't turn it on at all. But I've just been showing you the sort of ephemera that I've already got that I can use straight away. So I've got flip out envelope. A lot of these are 50 stack challenge pieces. Flip out envelope, needs a bit of decorating on that side, and that can go on the side of a page. I've got this pocket, just in case I missed a lot of this. This pocket, 50 stack challenge pocket. This piece, can't remember what I made it for. It could have been 50 stack challenge, I have no idea. Well, I just made it because I wanted to. Can't remember, sorry. And this is one that I made last year, based on a video that I'd watched by Pam at the Paper Outpost about 5 years ago. And I made one of these to go in my journal last year. And I had this as the one, I don't know if this might have been my prototype, but I'm going to use this as well. So this opens up. You may have already seen this. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. So this just opens up like this, and then like that. And you can stick photographs, do journaling, whatever you want to do. And it just glues onto a page like that. I really like it. And I did use this Nostalgic Noel kit to make it last year. So that's the pockets that I have. And then I was just going through some of the pockets that I've made for other times that might work. So I've got these two pockets, both of which I don't know where they came from, but I think I printed them and backed them, so they're nice and sturdy. They both fit, and they just need decorating up with the things from the kit. Here's another little pocket which I really like as well, and that would go very nicely certainly with the Roxy Creations papers. So that's a nice little sweet pocket. It's been sewn around. Made that a while ago. I have this one made from some scrapbook paper, and it has a little eyelet here. I think that would go pretty well. Maybe it would go nicely on there. A bit different. I think it's just literally just a pocket like that. You could put something in the side or down behind. So there's that one. So I have got this corner pocket. This was made using some music paper with a napkin over the top with some Christmassy birds and holly and stuff. So that would be quite a nice one to go. It could even go on here. It'd be a nice contrast on there. So I think that would work quite well with the holly and holly on here. Well, that's not holly, but it's berries anyway. So that would work, I think, yes. I've just pulling things out that I thought maybe they'll work, but didn't know for sure. Don't know about this one. Made this last year, a part of Dee Farrago's challenge. I'm not sure. It might work. Somewhere like that. This is scrapbook paper. Stamperia. It's possible. I could find somewhere to put that. Because I think because I'm against the clock a little bit, trying to find some easy wins here. So I think this is another Dee Farrago one. I don't know what year, that might have been a couple of years ago. And I haven't used it, so it's got its own matching journal card that just tucks behind. And it's got just a couple of little journal cards. I have used one of these in one of my journals before. So, just put photograph, can write on the back. So it's got writing paper on the back. And all we need to do really is put some ephemera on here that coordinates with the kit, or from the kit, to make it make it go. So I think that might also possibly work. We can give that a try. So that's another pocket with its own journal cards. I haven't got to make anything. Well, I've got this one as well. So I don't know whether... I wouldn't use both of these. I've got these two. Can't remember, I've had them for ages. I think this one's more likely to work than this one. Not sure. So I've got some pockets. So let's make a start and put some things in because time's marching on. And I haven't put my timer back on. That was good, wasn't it? I'm doing really well here. So busy trying to tell you what's going on, I was forgetting what to keep an eye on my camera. And we're not getting much done, are we? Right, so what can I put on here? Because I don't really want to cover her up. This is always the difficulty, isn't it? You want to use lovely papers. Well, what I'll start with, I think I'll put her on. Because I know she's going to go. She was actually the bit I tore off from here. And I've tried to see if she'll go anywhere else in the journal. And actually she goes really well here. I'm going to have to cut her down. It's a bit too big. But I'm going to make a little flip out. So let's just start with that because I know that's what I want to do. Then we'll just see how far we can get today. Because I have waffled on for a bit. And I have more to tell you, but maybe I'll have to do that in another video because otherwise I don't get anything done. Too busy talking and not watching what I'm doing. Like that. I may just take a bit off the bottom as well. Just so it's kind of fits a bit a bit better on the page. So it's going to go on like that. Then we've got Joy to the World at the top, which I like. I am going to... She's actually wider than I want her to be. I'm wondering whether I folded it in the right place. I'm going to fold it a bit more. Because I think I just want her there. So we can put a little tab. Maybe a little tab at the top to pull it over. Yeah, I think she's just a little bit wider than I like now that I see her in situ. So I'm just going to fold it a bit more. Go there, that's better. And I'm going to... So it's going like that, so I need to fold the edge back a little bit to reinforce it. Okay, let's get this on. I feel like I've achieved something. Put that in there. Try to give myself a bit of space because I get crowded in once I start working. And we're going to put some glue. Oops. Along the top and the bottom and just inside the edge. And along there. going to take it almost to the edge of my page, but not quite. Right, let's see if I can find something to pop in here now. So I did put my journal cards in here that I have made, but I think they're all going to be too big. So that'll go behind the belly band. Would that go? Oh, that might go in, mightn't it? I can get it do it without catching. Is that going to go in? Ooh, these little bits. Don't think that's going to quite go in far enough. They're going to catch. That's a shame. This one, too big. They're all too big. I have to bear that in mind. Make sure I make 3 things that will take these. But I can always use one of them in my other journal, can't I? Yes. So I've got that option now. Right, see what I've got. I have got a whole load of ready-made ephemera here. Some of which won't be suitable. But I've got a load of tags and things. And I haven't even... I have got tags from the kit as well. I was just looking at this. Because that is a Roxy Creations piece. And it's... I don't know if it's meant to be a journal card, or whether it's meant to be a pocket. I can never quite, can't always work out. Oh, goodness me, can't see again. I'm sorry, I know this is tedious, but I have to keep changing my setting. I really like how that looks on there, but I'm just wondering if it'll go in. I'd have been better off if it had been the other side, this piece, this little tuck-in piece, but that would go in there, like that. You take that out, it's got its own little journal card, which you can write on and put photographs on. And then you can put photographs on the back here as well. You could write on here. It's not that dark at the top. Photograph here, writing up here. It could be done. So I'm thinking I might just tuck this in here because the colours work really well together. And then I just need to put a little something on here, don't I? Little tab. What do I have? What a bit of plaid work there. Might do. I really need to get the fussy cuts out because they probably have lots of things that I could use for tabs. But they're... I haven't pulled them out because I thought, well, I'll just get overwhelmed. I'll put it down there or down up here. What would that look like? That would be okay. Just quick having a look, see if there's anything else I like any better. Oh, I've got more of that. I've got a bit of green. No, I think I quite like that. I do like a bit of this plaid. With a little bit of gold thread going through it. quite thin, so I think the glue stick should hold it okay. Oh, she says, as it immediately comes off. No problem, just do a bit of art glitter glue. That will save the day. Maybe a bit of gold would look better actually. Yep, changed my mind, taking it off. Sorry about that, I just suddenly thought all the gold down here, it could do with a bit of gold up here. Now I've just got to find the right bit of gold. So I've got this, it's a little wide, but I could cut it down. Or I could do it the other way. Maybe I'll do that. I'll put that there. It's got a little star on it. Yeah, I like that better. In the end, I like the gold. Put that there. Whoop. Don't have to glue itself to the back. Okay. It's not sticking up as much as the other one, so I put too much glue on, of course. I may have to put something there. Just take off all these bits that are trying to come off now. It's fraying a lot, this ribbon. And generally I don't mind a bit of fraying, as long as it doesn't overdo it. That is a bit gluey. I might just see if I can find a little something for that corner. Nope. I don't want to spend half an hour trying to find the perfect little piece, but I just want to put a little something up there that will work. Yeah. Little ticket that can go on there. There are always loads and loads of fussy cuts in these kits from RachandBella. Okay, so that shouldn't now stick to the back. Right, so let's see what else we got. Rather than working my way through, I think I'll just have a look at the pockets I've got and see if they go anywhere. That might be the best way to approach it. So I kind of quite liked, where did it go? Quite liked this corner pocket on here. I'm just wondering if I can add one of these pieces to it just to bring in the kit, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary. Nope. I quite like one of the little children or people. So like these two holding hands. They could just be standing on the Merry Christmas there, couldn't they? Oh, I like them on there. Yes, I'm going to do it. going to glue those onto this pocket. So that brings in the kits. I have so many fatty cuts, I want to use them. I don't mind covering up that one bird. So I have a couple of what look like robins around and about. There we are. Two little kids holding hands in their Christmas outfits, and they go really well with everything else. So I'm going to put that on here. Right, so I've got this nicely glued on, and let's see what else we've got. I'm just wondering about this pocket here, but I don't think it works because we've got a red one behind it, so no, that's not going to go on there. Oh, I wonder about this one on here. So we could have it just as far across to the edge. We can't have it sticking out because it'll interfere with the opening of the concertina or the accordion. So, but you can, if it was glued on, you could open it there, there, and there. You could do what you like on here, cover it more. I might just glue that on here, I like it on here. I think it shows up nicely. So yeah, that's going on there. So this is only glue, book page at the back here, but I think if you glue it all down, it'll be fine. Right, if I can think of it, if I can find it, I might try and link the video where I made this piece, because it's a really fun piece. I think I have seen it made elsewhere. I have a feeling even Amy may have made one of these in one of her videos last year, but I had actually seen it some time before on Pam's channel back in 2019, 2020, something like that, a long time ago, because it was the first Christmas journal that I made that I came across it. It made me think, oh, I need to make one of those again. So if I can find the video, I will link it below so you can see how this was made. It's quite a simple construction really, but I think it's really effective. I really like it. Let's do some more. Takes a little bit of planning, but it's fun. Okay, so I've got that. That's in there. So let's see, let's go back. We want to put something, do we want to put anything on here? Because it's not very sturdy, but could put a little pocket on here maybe. Why not? We do put pockets on pages. A small pocket perhaps. Would this little pocket work on here? Do you know what? I think it might. I think you probably can't even see. Because the colours work. All the colours from the... this is the Stamperia paper pad that I use. They're tiny little pockets. But you can... They're tiny little tags. But you can actually write a little something on them. I think. They're quite fun. And you could put something behind here. I think I'm going to put this on here, you know. I kind of like it on there. Just the colours, I think, work really well together. If you look across, I think that works. So yeah, it's going on. It's a fun. See if I can pull this out a bit more. Like that. That's better. Gives me a flat surface then. So I really wasn't sure this pocket would work on here, but I think on this piece of paper, with all these other bits, I think it does actually go nicely. Which is nice because I made this completely, well, I made it last year for a totally different journal as part of the D.D. Farrago Don't Freak Out Before Christmas challenge. Didn't use it. Now I have. So I just need to find something to go in it. So I might find something to go in there. And there's loads of tags with the Nostalgic Noel kit anyway. I'm thinking I probably want to put something on here. Let me see what I have. Because I was wondering about, not that, where'd it go? I was thinking of the side tuck, and I'm just wondering whether the other one would go better now because of the colours. That look better on there. Perhaps if I close it up, because it's, let's just look, take this out. So, because that way we're not covering up this picture, but it just provides a little bit more writing space. So that one, or that one. No, I like this one on here. I think I do. So, yep, I think this one's going to go on here. Then we'll just put something in the side here. I want it to go as far over as it can. I am just... No, I think I'm fine. So I was just thinking whether I need to put washi tape on all my joins, because I had wondered whether to do that. I might put some on this one. I don't think they all need it, but maybe some of them do. So maybe that's something I'll just come in and do off camera, is put some washi tape on some of the joins, or all of the joins if I feel it needs it. Because I kind of like that, and it just unites the two pages. So I'm going to put this on here. I have realised I've kind of lost track of time a little bit, what with the messing about and not turning the camera back on after it turned itself off. And my time has just gone a bit on its own, carried on in its own way. So now I have no idea where I am. So I may just try and maybe we'll find a spot for one more pocket. Right, I think we have eventually, it has eventually stuck down. It was very reluctant to glue. I think it's because of the washi tape, but I'm really happy with that now. So there was just a couple more things I wanted to add, because I think we've put something on pretty much every page. We've got, let's close that up. So just going to make sure I fold it the right way, like that. We've got that, and so I just want to put something on these last couple of pages, and then we can work on the other side next time. So I've got a couple of pockets here. This pocket I really liked because it's very much in style of Roxy Creations. I don't know if it's from one of her kits. It may or may not be. I don't know. But I thought I'd like to put that here because I think it works. This is actually more the RachandBellaCrafts papers on this collage than the Roxy Creations, but I actually think it works very well with it. And it's mixing the two kits together, isn't it? It's the whole idea. I really like it. All it needed really was a little extra something on there. And because I don't know if you can see, it's like a sleigh ride. I've got Jingle All the Way as my label. Comes from the kit. 2 sheets of phrases, words and phrases in the kit. And this little bit of that ribbon, the plaid ribbon. I've just cut it down a bit. I thought I'd just put that in the background just because it was a bit plain here. So I'm just going to put that on. And then we'll glue on this pocket, which had been, I don't even know when I made it. It's been in my stash for a little while. So it's quite nice to be able to mix in some of these other things, because the kits, both kits have got so much in them, and they're just so many different colours, and you can almost put anything on them and it will work. So that's what I'm doing. I'm mixing in things I've already made with things that I've made specifically for this journal. going there. I have no idea, as I said just now. Don't know how long this is going to be. I apologise if I go way over. I will obviously try and edit it down. But I didn't want to. I felt like I hadn't done very much, or achieved very much, because I spent so much time wittering on about what's going on. But I thought I should fill you in a little bit so that, you know, when I suddenly, I mean, I probably, if I can, I'll be filming ahead into December, and that the videos will go through into December. But so I will be telling you as I go along what's happening, and you know, say right, this is the last video for this year. But I thought I might just give you a heads up on why I might not get as far as I'd like with my filming. Right, I'll put this one on here. Give it a moment to grab, and then we'll just put one pocket on this last page, and that'll be it for today. And then come back and start filling pockets, but also I want to put pockets on the other side. I want it to be quite well stuffed, this journal, because it's not huge, so we need lots of writing space and lots of places to record Christmas. So that's that pocket there. So on this very last back page, so I'm just going to pull this out because it doesn't quite sit as flat as I'd like. I've chosen this pocket, which is one I made using the RachandBellaCrafts Nostalgic Noel kit, but as part of the 50 stack challenge, and the prompt was gold, and I thought it goes rather nicely on here, so I'm going to do that. Actually, if I pull this out, it will lie a bit flatter. These accordion journals can be a little tricky to work in. You just have to keep pulling them out until they lie flat enough to actually do stuff. Then they fold away all nicely and neatly. So I need this quite well over. There seems to be, I think I need to do a bit of gluing down here. It's a bit sticking up along the edge here. So I've got this pocket, and I'm going to glue it. So this will pull out, and we've got her. Don't think she's the same as the one I've put as my flip out. I'm hoping not. No, she isn't the same. She might be the same girl, but it's a different image. I'll show you. It looks like she's very similar. A similar sort of picture, but not quite the same. I don't even know if you can see that. There we are. Right, just take that out for a minute while I put it in on the page. So I think I will leave it so I can tuck something in here. It's hard to know what's the best thing to do. I don't want it to interfere with this. But I don't think it would be a problem if it did stick out a little bit because it's the cover. So yes, so I'm going to leave this open, glue it on these three sides. That's what I'm going to do. Yep, good. Then we just have to find something to go in the side here. But she should be okay to go in there, and hopefully won't, no, it's fine. It won't interfere with the fold. So that's our video for today. I think we've made reasonable progress now. And we've got one side has got a whole bunch of pockets. Now I've just got to fold it all up like that. That's it. And it's getting fatter. Can you see that? It's getting fatter. And we've only done one side so far. Right, so we did get a few things done. So let's just have a quick recap on what we've done today. So done a bit more decorating on the cover. I seem to have got lots of little bits of gold kind of spready bits have stuck to it. But yes, we've got a little bit of trim on the gold trim down here, some trim across the bottom of the flap or the flip out or whatever it is. Then we've got some gold trim across the bottom here and some red up the side, and I just think that it does look a lot better. I'll have a think about whether I want to add anything a bit more glittery on the front. I may not. And then inside we added our side tuck here that was very reluctant to glue down, but we got there in the end. And then we've got the flip out here, lovely flip out with a pocket here and a side tuck here, which has already got its journaling spot popped in there. And then what else have we done? We've added this corner pocket here, this journaling spot here, it all opens up, lots of room to journal, add photos, small photos of course, but it can be done. And then we have a pocket here and another pocket here with its own integral journaling card. So we've obviously got a few more things to put in the some of the pockets, but yeah, I think we've done all right today, and then next week we'll come back, start again from the other side. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're enjoying this video, or this journal really, and the video, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.